Hello and welcome to Bedtime with Katy. I'm Katy and welcome to my room. I have a short yoga sequence for you to help you unwind and de-stress from your busy day. What you're gonna need for today's yoga sequence is just a bolster or a pillow. So go ahead and grab a pillow from your bedroom or a bolster if you have one. And when you're ready, let's begin. So let's go ahead and just settle into our space, into our bodies by closing our eyes, perhaps putting our hands on our knees, maybe putting our hands palms up, facing the sky or the ceiling. And sit nice and tall. Take a nice few deep breaths. Finding stillness in your mind, clearing out any to-do lists, clearing out any worries. Go ahead and take a nice inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Slowly begin to awaken your senses and open up your eyes. I want you to go ahead and grab your bolster and set it to the side like so, and then stagger your legs as if you are doing a figure four. So you're going to sit straight, both hips flat onto the mat, tailbone meets the mat without lifting up your tailbone. I just want you to twist your torso like so. And then go ahead and recline on down. This is a nice supported recline twist. And we're going to be here for a few minutes. Allow your neck, your shoulders to just simply melt over your pillow or your bolster. Have your eyes closed, finding relaxation into this pose. And take a nice few steady, deep breaths on your own here. Go ahead and take a few more breaths here on your own. And when you're ready, allow your hands to slowly guide you back up, taking a nice deep inhale, drawing your torso back over your hips, and then meeting me back at center. We're going to bring the bolster onto the other side, onto the left hip. For me, it's going to be the right. And once again, stagger those legs into kind of like a figure four. Tailbone flat onto the mat, hips flat onto the mat. And all you're going to do is twist that torso over to the left and then slowly guide yourself on down. Allow your shoulders, your neck, your chest to completely melt onto that bolster or onto that pillow. And feel free to take a few breaths here. Last few breaths. When you're ready, inhale and just use your hands once again to guide you slowly back up to a seated position, drawing your torso back to midline to meet me at center. Now we can move that bolster out of the way for now. And I want you to come onto all fours into a tabletop, making sure your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are resting over your wrist. And we're going to do a few cat-cows over here. So inhale, and then exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And do a few of these on your own, just awakening the spine. And when you're ready, just come back to neutral into a tabletop and perhaps even go ahead and sit onto your heels. We're going to grab a hold of that bolster once again. And what we're going to do is a supported child's pose. So you may want to widen out those knees, place the bolster in between your knees. And when you're ready, go ahead and recline on down into a supportive child's pose. We're going to take a few breaths here. And on the next breath, we'll shift our head position to the other side. Go ahead and take a nice deep breath and switch your gaze over to the other side. Last few breaths here. And slowly draw yourself back up to a seated position, taking a nice inhale as you come up. Now I want you to move the position of your bolster or your pillow to the front of your mat. What we're going to do is we're going to do a baby cobra, or we call it a seal pose. And this bolster is going to give us that nice little support. So come on to your belly, placing your elbows and forearms flat onto the mat. And if you want a little bit more relaxation, you can actually fold your arms down and place your head flat onto your hands or onto the mat. And just go ahead and rest here. But if you want a deeper stretch and an opening of your mid-back, you could stay in this pose, which we really actually call Sphinx pose or baby cobra. And then just head nice and tall, lengthening through the neck, gazing forward, or you could keep your eyes closed. Legs straight out behind you. And just find stillness and calmness through your breath. Go ahead and take a few nice long deep breaths through your nose and out through your mouth. Relaxing those shoulders away from your ears, dropping them back and down. Noticing any areas of tension, see if you could relax that muscle. Now, if you're comfortable here, you could stay here. But if you want to do the full expression of that pose, we're going to go into cobra pose. Or in yin yoga, we're going to go into seal pose. So I'm just going to reposition myself to make sure, and maybe even move the bolster. That my thighs are flat onto the mat. Shoulders over my elbows. Shoulders back and down. Neck nice and long. Gaze is forward. Or perhaps my eyes are closed. And we're not going to hold this position for too long. We're just going to take a few deep breaths here, maybe 3 counts. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. And you could just rest your belly onto the mat. Perhaps placing your cheek onto your mat. And just take a breather here. When you're ready, the rest of our practice is going to be on our back. So go ahead and flip onto your side. And why don't we just take happy baby pose for a little bit. Just rolling out that spine, back and forth. And then draw both knees into the chest. And then rock that side to side. And because I love recline twists, let's go ahead and extend that left leg straight, keeping that right knee towards our chest. And then when we're ready, we're going to bring our arms out to cactus pose or a T. And then exhale, drawing that right knee over to the left while keeping our shoulders flat onto the mat for a nice recline twist. This should feel very juicy on your lower and mid back. But you want to make sure, again, your shoulders don't lift off the mat. That way you can feel the full expression of this pose. Take an inhale and bring both knees back to center, drawing your feet flat onto the mat. Go ahead and draw those knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice little hug. Once again, rolling side to side, awakening your low back. And then when you're ready, keep that left knee bent and extend that right leg on out. Take a nice inhale and exhale, side twist, drawing that left knee over to the right, keeping those shoulders flat onto the mat. Last few breaths. Go ahead and inhale and draw those knees back to center. And if you want, you could go ahead and give yourself a nice hug once again. But if you're ready, extend both legs on out for Shavasana. Drawing your palms out beside you, up to the sky. I'm going to move this bolster once more. And relax the skin between your brows, closing your eyes. Relax your lips, your jaw. Allow your neck and your shoulders to relax and melt into the floor. Imagine your arms and your hands release. Your abdomen and your hips release. The tops of your thighs, the back of your thighs release. All the way down to your tippy toes. Clear your mind. Allow your breath to be still and back to its normal rhythm. No more work, no more effort. If you would like to take a longer Shavasana, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, if you're ready to transition to bed, I bid you good night. And I'll see you in the next video.